very good morning to Madam Shazni and everyone. My name is Nurin Najwa, and for today, I will give a brief summary about Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 and also a summary about a research paper. For Chapter 9 and 10, we will talk about the interaction between a species population with another species, which include positive, negative and neutral interaction. And for Chapter 9, I will talk about the competition, which is a negative interaction. What is competition? Competition is actually an interaction between organisms in which both require resources that is in limited supply. And there is two general types of competition, which is inter-specific competition and intra-specific competition. And please take note the inter and intra-specific competition, which is for inter-specific competition, is occur between individuals of different species, such as in the picture, competition between jaguar and lion. And other than that is intra-specific competition, which occur between individuals of the same species, like in the picture is the competition between the polar bear. We'll talk about form of the competition, which include resource or exploitative competition, interference competition, and also diffuse competition. There is competition, of course, there will be a resource partitioning. Resource partitioning is actually a division of limited resources by species to help avoid competition in an ecological niche. And there are two types of resource partitioning, which spatial and food aspect, which coexist by utilizing different resources at different area. And the second one is spatial and temporal feeding aspect, which feed at different times at different area. So I'm done with the summary of Chapter 9. We'll continue with the Chapter 10, which we will touch about the positive and neutral interaction between organisms. First of all, I will talk about the predation. Predation is actually an interaction in which one organism, which is the predator, will kill another organism, which is the prey. There are three general types of predation that are carnivore, which organisms that mostly eat meat, such as tiger; herbivore, which is organisms that eat autotroph, such as plant; and also parasitism, which is a parasitic relationship between the host and also the parasite, such as the tapeworm in the intestine. Guys, please remember, when there is predation, of course, prey will have a defense mechanism to protect themselves. And for example, is chemical defense, warning coloration, and also cryptic coloration. Everyone, let's continue with the cannibalism. What is cannibalism? Cannibalism is an act of killing or consumption individuals that is from the same species, usually from the older and larger individuals. There are many factors that can cause cannibalism, such as starvation and also dense population. So why cannibalism happens? It is to regulate population number, where resources become more readily available with decrease of potential competition. We have come to the end of Chapter 10, which is the positive interaction between organisms, which is mutualism. Mutualism is a relationship between two organisms in which they live together and benefit each other. There are four forms of mutualism, which is symbiotic, non-symbiotic, obligatory, and also facultative. For example, the mutualism interaction between sea anemone and also clownfish. For the research paper part, in the experiment, it includes bird as the predator and mealworm as the prey. And the objective of the experiment is to examine the levels of predation toward different prey types that differ in the presence or absence of chemical defense and warning coloration. Next, to examine temporal changes in predation. This experiment takes place at 6 study sites in Kyoto parks in Japan. For the summary of the result, we can see that there are two parts, which is the first one is we can see from the graph that the highest total of predation is from warning colored undefended prey, followed by cryptic undefended prey, and then by cryptic defended prey, and lastly the warning colored and defended prey. This can summarize that chemical defenses reduce predation of the prey, whereas conspicuous coloration increase predation. From the second part, we can see that the higher level of relative partial predation rejection and lower attack intensity for the aposematic prey compared to non-aposematic prey from graph A and B. For the discussion part, it found that aposematic prey do not always have lower predation than non-aposematic prey. Therefore, the benefit of aposematic may lie not only in reducing predation but also in altering a predator's post-attack behavior, thus leading to greater escape opportunities and post-attack survival of prey. This result reinforced the importance of examining predation in more details rather than simply examining attack rates. Moreover, in part 2, it shows that higher level of relative partial predation, which condition where prey was not wholly consumed by the predator, and lower attack intensity for the aposematic prey. This suggests that prey were being test sampled and may have attacked the aposematic prey more cautiously than other prey, which could lead to benefit of apotism when there is no reduction in the rate of attack or predation. In conclusion, we usually hear that it is very beneficial to aposematic prey when talking about reducing predation, right? But in this research paper, it actually found no support for aposematic reducing attack rates of aposematic prey over cryptic non-aposematic prey. However, it shows that the bird may have attacked the aposematic prey with more caution than other prey type, which might allow them to more readily survive and attack. Lastly, for the critics in the research paper, I think they should use bigger prey rather than very small mealworms. This is because when observing partial predation, if the prey is too small, sometimes it's hard to observe, as when the predator tries to test sample it, the prey will unintentionally consume almost the entire prey due to its small size. That's all for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope all of you will benefit from all the information. Actually, biology is simple, right? But you just have to study hard and of course body your lecturer. Trust me. No, I'm just kidding. That's all for me today. Thank you so much. Bye bye.